AR pistols is the move, especially when you live somewhere where it's all right to just ride with one chambered in the front seat of the car. We're gonna continue our Dope in the Rifle series with this 10.5-inch AR-15 pistol. I would like to know what these bullets are gonna be doing when they're coming out of this barrel. Today we're gonna be using 62 grain full metal jacket 5.56. It's brass, American quality ammunition. I really want to see what the rise is like. I want to see where the peak is gonna be. In my experience shooting the AR pistol before, I was able to hit from about 240 yards consistently. I'm talking first 2 shots with the AR pistol, and I was shooting this same 5.56 ammunition. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna shoot from a stable position, and from this stable position, we're gonna work on our 25-yard zero.
You gotta always remember to breathe when it is you're sitting down and shooting. Take a breath in, exhale, and at the end of that exhale, hold and take your shots.
I've been thinking to actually, show some of you guys how to make your own dope chart, okay? I like dope in the gun, especially because the gun that I'm doing today, this is one of my everyday carries, So right now, I am going to teach myself exactly what this gun is capable of actually doing. I'm going to learn what my hold is actually going to be if I'm shooting from 300 with an AR pistol. We're going to set up our target. I like to get right up here and write down the information that it is we're dealing with. What gun it is we're dealing with, the size barrel, what ammunition, and the company that the ammunition actually comes from. Starting point with this AR pistol was 25 yards. I went back, I confirmed my zero, and now I marked it off 25 yards. I'm gonna think about some distances that I might actually be shooting this from. So that's gonna be 50 yards. That's gonna be 75, 100, 150, 175, 200, and we'll go back to 225 and 250. So let's just call it today. We're gonna push this rifle, doping it, putting this data onto this page all the way back until about 250 yards, and we're gonna read and see what it's gonna do. 50 yards, we rang in 3 shots. We got 1, 2, and 3. So what we'll do is we'll give it a circle and a label, 50. Give it a circle and a label, a circle and a label. Then I want to connect the dots with these 3.
We're gonna go with our 50 yards being right there. Now take yourself a piece of tape, drop it right there. Then you label the shot and you start noticing where you're getting the rise so far. From each distance, you come in and you circle your shots. 1, then you got a second one, now you got a third. Then you connect the triangle and you take the midpoint of those shots and draw it over to make your point. As the chart starts to fill up and you start to write different yardages going up and down, you'll notice how important this data is to have.
We're still rising here at 100. So what I suggest, circle, make a line between the 3, and take that midpoint. That's 100 yards.
On your targets, I suggest that you write the gun you're shooting, the barrel you're shooting, the size of the barrel you're shooting, the ammo you're shooting, the name of the ammo company that you're shooting also. Then you're going to find a good zero to start with. I chose a 25-yard zero. And then you're going to start watching when you take 3 to 5 shots from each position, how your bullets are actually rising when you're labeling your chart and it's all coming together. Bullets were rising at 100, 150, and even 175 yards. I noticed that my 200 had a slight dip in it, and even my 225 had a dip in it. And even my 250-yard shot had a dip. At 275 and at 300, my bullets seemed like they were rising again.
My highest shot average was 200, and then 300 was right under my 200. 225 was coming down. This is a possible 275 because this is where it was that I think that I started to run into some inconsistencies around 275.
So I'm going to conclude this test at 300 because I'm only seeing that my bullets are rising from 300 yards away so far.